I'd like to speak to some young men and boys out there. They don't really get the right messages by our media. They're under such pressure to perform, to not perform, to shut up, to man up. They're really seeing and hearing horrible things from their peers, society. One thing I'd like you to do is treat one another with respect. The media, of course, is showing and helping women and girls be all they can be. They support one another. There's all these groups to help one another, to help them mentally, physically. I know you guys, you feel left out. I don't blame you. Where's the prostate cancer campaigns? It's just rampant. And I just like to acknowledge, and for you to validate to you that this is true. You are being overlooked. You're not being considered, your feelings, your health, by this society. But that is changing. So I'd like you to take it upon yourselves to treat one another with respect. Don't diss one another. Don't shame one another. Support one another. Society's beating up on you bad enough. Please support one another. Find friends, like-minded people. Be gentle with one another. Don't make fun of one another. Have self-respect. Respect yourself, boys and men, young men. You're valuable. You're valuable. You're a human being. You're a miracle. Don't feel dissed by society, or a woman, or a girl, or your school, or a teacher, or even a parent. You have innate value. You're a thinking, wonderful human being. Be the best that you can be. Don't let anybody put you down. And part of this self-respect is, of course, me being a men's rights activist, from that perspective, what I mean is, don't let a woman or a girl disrespect you. You have value. You're not any less of a person than any girl or a woman. Even though society treats you that way, the draft, we draft boys and men to go and get killed. We don't do that to women. In my opinion, that's because we value women and girls more than men and boys. But we're trying to change that. Many equality, fair-minded people are changing that. And I want you to change that by having your own self-respect. You don't need a woman. You don't need a girl to validate yourself. You're valuable in your own right. You take care of yourself. You expand your horizons. Learn things. Learn about life. And learn how to support yourself. You don't need to support anybody else. That's not your job to support anybody else. Part of self-respect is you're sexy too. It's not just women and girls that are sexy. You're sexy. You're valuable. Your sexuality is worthwhile. So you can turn down women for sex. You're not their plaything, and they're not your plaything. I recommend, okay, I've said this before, women are sexualizing themselves, and they're sexualizing young girls themselves. I don't blame men for this. I blame women for this. This is what they want. They're putting on their own clothes, or not putting on their own clothes, wearing tight. They're wearing anything they want. And yeah, they're looking for our attraction. They're looking to attract us, to make us look at them. What other reason is it? If you don't want men or boys to look at you, don't wear what you're wearing. You know, you could wear what we wear. I've said this before. But there's a method. There's a method to your madness. But what galls me is that, you know, if the wrong guy looks at you, or the wrong guy looks at a girl, all of a sudden he's creepy, or stop looking at me. What are you looking at? Look at my eyes. That's shaming. Boys, men, don't take that shit. Shaming? You walk away from someone like that. Don't even engage them. My recommendation is, the more they try to entice you, the less you should look at them. I mean, that's a form of playing hard to get. And I tell you, it works. I mean, some people, some women, they know what they look like. They're wearing some really hot blouse or some really tight hip huggers. They know that they're looking good. You know how you get them? Oh, this gets them big time. They know they're looking good, but guess what? You're not even going to look. Don't even look. And she's going to like, look at you, and he's not looking at me. What's that about? He's not looking at me. She's going to be thinking, he's got to have something on the ball, man. He's either a really deep person, not just distracted by me, or maybe he doesn't even like me. Maybe he doesn't even like my looks. What's wrong with him? That's intriguing. Whether or not it's intriguing, whether or not you want to play hard to get, I would say women that dress like that, you don't even want them to begin with. They're gold diggers, or they're attention getters. You don't want people like that. So don't look at them. Don't get yelled at. I'll tell you, man, it's empowering. Talk about empowering. It's great. You know, a friend of mine and I, we used to, I said this to him, and to men, sometimes sexy women, we can't help looking. It's in our blood. It's testosterone. It's a nuisance. I mean, we used to joke around about that. Sometimes it can be a nuisance. Sometimes we would just like to shut that off, man. So women, it's not our fault. It's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of mankind. We are attracted to women, but we could turn it off. Try to do it, boys. Also, please, men, boys, use condoms. You've got to use condoms. This is serious stuff, man. I mean, some girl or woman can own you for your whole life. You don't have reproductive rights in this country, probably any country in the world. Women have all the rights. They have the choice as to having a child. If there's a reproductive, if there's a contraceptive failure, or you don't use any contraception, you're on the hook for many years. You'll never get out of it. Not for a long time. If you do want to have a child, that's a different story, but you don't want to have a child until you're ready, so you use condoms, no matter what the woman says. Women do lie. Many women don't like to use a condom, but guess what? They have choice. So if there's a problem, they're not on the hook. But if there's a problem and she wants to have a child, you're on the hook. You have to protect yourselves. Always use a condom. Just like to add to my advice to boys and men. Condoms are fine. They have such a variety of condoms. Thin, they have lambskin. Try that if you don't like the feeling of some of the condoms out there. But it's so important because women have choice. They, in event of a pregnancy, an accident, or maybe you just playing roulette, but the point is, she has choice. She can get an abortion. She can give it up for adoption in some cases. She could even drop it off anonymously at a hospital or these safe houses where they want to save the killing of babies. But the point is that they have choice. You have no choice. So you have to watch out right from the beginning. It's not fair, definitely not. But that's what men's rights groups are trying to finally get: equal reproductive rights with women and girls. We don't have it now. It's not fair, but that doesn't mean that you are entitled to it. We are fighting for it. But in the meantime, you really have to be very careful. Always use a condom. Stay away from crazy women and girls because false accusations. I mean, if you're with an unstable person, you don't know what they could do. You don't want to take that chance. In this day and age, women can say really anything and you're in jail, and worse. I would advise no sexting. Along those same lines, this is part of self-respect also. You don't need to take pictures or send pictures of your private parts or any silly things you might say. You're becoming a mature person, and this is not what mature people do, men or women, girls or boys. So don't do any sexting. You'll go to jail. Also, don't be with underage. Don't have sex with underage people or drunk people. It's just not the right thing to do. People, if you're drinking, you're going to make bad decisions. If your partner is excessively drunk, it's not the right thing to do. Especially if you don't know the person. It's just not the right thing. Also, think about what kind of woman or girl that you do want. You should be picky for your own sake. Have some self-respect. Do you want a nice girl, an equality-minded girl who pays sometimes? This is the kind of girl that you'd like to stay with. Also, it's not your job to make a person happy, a woman, a girl. That's up to themselves. It's up to everybody to make themselves happy. You don't need this extra job. That's not your job, to make someone happy. They should be able to make themselves happy, or otherwise this is not a person that you want. Also, don't jump through hoops. Respect yourself. If a woman or a girl is trying to tell you, I want you to do this for me, do that for me, you don't want that kind of a person. You don't want someone who's looking for someone to take care of her. If you start hooking up with somebody like that, run. As far as engagement rings, it's a tradition I don't really believe in, but if you want to get one, get a reasonable one. Maybe you want to exchange rings, engagement rings. I like that idea, but definitely don't waste money on a big ring. And if she insists on it, that is a red flag. As far as picking women, picking girls, looks fade. They get tired quickly if the person's not a caring and loving person that you have chemistry with. Looks definitely do fade, so that should not be, that should maybe attract you, but it can't hold you. It can't hold things together. Also, domestic violence, there's no place for it. Certainly you should never be violent to men or women, but if she's violent to you, you're going to go to jail. That's just how it is right now. You're going to always go to jail, even if she is the violent one. Any kind of slapping, pushing, that's all domestic violence, and you will go to jail. So don't partake in any of that. If there's a girl that you like or your girlfriend is violent, you really have to say goodbye. Okay, this woman that you're contemplating or you would like to be with, she should bring something to the table. She shouldn't just be someone good to look at. I mean, like I said, that's okay in the beginning, but she's got to bring something to the table, just as she's expecting you to. Maybe you're a funny guy. Maybe you're clever in some way. You have a special talent. Maybe you're just an all-around good person. You know, that's something to bring to the table. On a first date, it should only be for coffee. You don't want to be spending a lot of money. I do believe in splitting the check, really. I believe in equality, but it is a give and take. And I don't mind paying for a dinner once I get to know the person. You know, it might be reciprocal. But when you're first going out, especially a first date, just make it for coffee. I mean, you can pay for it if you don't mind. Or or you can split it, or let her pay for it. But this person should really, that should not be the question. I mean, there should be no expectation of you to pay for things, and right away that's a red flag. By any means, don't buy women drinks in bars. I mean, have some respect for yourself. In this day and age, she's got money, you have money, you have value. You're not paying her for her company. You have value as a friend, as a companion. Don't get duped into buying women drinks. They don't even really respect that anyway. So women who expect that, you don't want that kind of woman. Okay, so here's my short list. There's probably many more qualities that I would aspire to be as a man, as a boy, really as a person too. But the male stereotype at times is not great. But I have an idea of a great person, a great man, a great boy. I'll start just with these adjectives. Aspire to be quiet, thoughtful, firm, open, friendly, compassionate, empathic, clever, humble, resourceful, funny, opinionated, confident, focused, dependable. I like this because it's a quiet confidence. Someone who knows who they are and who believes and is firm in their beliefs, yet compassionate to people and open to change also. Skeptical would be another adjective that I like, because I'm not going to believe things sight unseen. That's maybe why I'm an atheist, because I'm not going to believe in something somebody told me was said or was seen or was done. I want to see it now, and if my common sense doesn't pass my common sense test, it's not there for me. All right, take care.